All right, so moving on, we're staying in Florida, Lakeland, Florida, to be precise.
Been there.
From the AP also. A Florida city shut down the section of a lake Thursday afternoon after receiving reports of
Snakes.
Can anybody guess? You got it.
Breeding snakes. They're getting it on.
Yep, swarming snakes. Turns out the slithery creatures are just celebrating Valentine's Day a little early, according to this article.
Banging snakes. What kind of snakes are banging?
Yep.
The water moccasin? Copperhead? Black racer? What kind of snakes you got there, fella?
Well, we're going to
one-eyed trouser
dig
snake.
a little deeper.
Bangin' Snake sounds like a good band name from the 90s.
Bangin' Snake?
Yeah.
Snakes plural or singular?
Plural, probably. Bangin' Snakes.
Bangin' Snakes.
Yeah, if it's a chick band, it may be called Bangin' Snake. A Lakeland Parks and Recreation Department wrote on its Facebook page that a group of non-venomous water snakes congregated to mate near the traffic roundabout. Okay, roundabouts are already hard enough for people to navigate for some strange reason. I haven't figured that one out yet.
I can't understand.
I think they're easy.
So I didn't hear it clearly. Were they near the roundabout or were they actually in the road?
They were near the roundabout. And it included one photo of the lake shoreline and a close-up shot of a brown snake nestled in the leaves.
Excuse me, Mr. Florida Fish and Wildlife Officer. My name's Steve.
And Steve.
I'm in the import-export business.
Okay, Steve.
And I understand you got yourself a banging snake issue.
You've got my attention, Steve.
What if I told you I got a line on cases of mothballs? Now, I don't know if your grandma ever told you that snakes aren't into mothballs. And I see you got a nice drainage ditch there. So what I propose, if you see fit, and of course if there's budget money in it for you, I can get a trailer from Texarkana within 24 hours full of mothballs. Got a great driver called the Snowman. He can get them things down here in no time, lickety-split, flat. And we can get rid of all these banging snakes. And you know what the best part about mothballs are, Mr. Florida Fish and Wildlife Officer?
What is that, Steve?
They're biodegradable. So once we put them down, we ain't got to pick them up. And by the time the rains come and wash them all away, the snake banging season should be over. You ain't got to shut down traffic. You ain't got to clean up the mothballs. And from what I understand, it'll only have a minimum environmental impact. But we'll keep that between us, the boys. So what can I put you down for? 2 semi-load?
I got a question, Steve.
Sure.
I got a concern. I mean, we know that swamps already smell.
Hey, I got a thing. See ya. You start asking question and import-export Steve, he's gone.
He runs.
He's on to the next.
He's got things going on. He don't stick around for questions.
No, questions are too much questions.
And good for you who picked up on that Eastbound and Down reference right there.
Very good. All right, but
Not
yes,
the TV show, the song. We're talking Smokey and Bandit here, people. Go ahead.
It's basically normal stuff going on, and they're not invasive species. It's native snakes to the area. Now, if there's a bunch of ball pythons, that may be a different story.
Yeah, Florida would sell you licenses. Every year now we have a Python gate where you buy licenses. Well, actually, when you buy licenses, they pay you for bringing snakes. It's kind of like they do in Louisiana with the nutrient.
Mm-hmm.
The nutrients are like giant guinea pigs.
Yeah.
And they're invasive. And so like you tag one with your car and you take it down to the old, the agricultural center and they give you like $5 per.
It's like recycling bottles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so down
$5 here, per pelt.
So nutrient
pelt.
Down here we do the same thing every season for ball pythons.
Pythons, yep.
And of course all the card carrying PETA members, they get a little upset about that.
Yeah. Hey Steve, do you have an import-export business for nutria pelts for fur clothing?
Who's asking?
I just was wondering.
Well, the problem with nutria is they're might gamey and a little, they're very similar to a wet ferret.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And I don't know about you, but if my lady wants to go out in the rain, tell you what, I'll do it, but only for those people living in Arizona, parts of California, and Mexico. But
hey, Steve, I got another question for you.
Sure, shoot.
Oh, you actually hung around.
Yep.
Ain't
heard the question yet.
How do you catch these nutria?
Gotta go. Got a thing.
There you
He's the same guy who was catching the iguanas here in Florida for his iguana meat business in California.
What do you wait till it gets cold enough for them to fall out of the trees?
They were doing that, but yeah, apparently, certain parts of the world are big into iguana meat, and now that we're up to our elbows in them down here, they come out here from California and they catch them. It's a lot cheaper than buying them in wholesale.
I hear it's an aphrodisiac.
I don't know. Wouldn't know.
Yeah,
This
wouldn't know
has been a Digital 410 production.